Hello my friends, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will continue to learn English communication sentence after April.
Đầu tiên đó là các bạn nghe đây.
May I see your passport or ID please?
May I see your passport or ID please? ID hoặc là passport, ID là cái thẻ, ở Việt Nam gọi là thẻ căn cước đó các bạn, còn thẻ ID là thẻ ID của mình, ví dụ như là driver license hoặc là thường nó là mấy cái thẻ chứng minh mình là công dân ở các nước đó các bạn, thẻ ID, còn không thì nó là passport. Passport là thẻ hộ chiếu. Thì lúc này mình có cái gì mình đưa ra cái đó. May I see your passport or ID please? Nếu mà đi trong nước thì ID, còn đi nước ngoài thì là passport nha. Rồi, câu này là phải nghe được, cầm sẵn trên tay rồi ha.
May I see your ticket?
May I see your ticket? May I see your ticket? Cái này là đang tại cái check-in counter, là tại cái quầy check-in đó các bạn, người ta kiểm tra vé của mình. Người ta hỏi passport của mình trước rồi người ta kiểm tra vé của mình. May I see your ticket? Ticket, nhớ nha, đến cái ticket là mình mua vé rồi mình mới vào check-in được. May I see your ticket?
Do you have any checked baggage?
Do you have any checked baggage? Cái baggage là hành lý, mà checked là có ID đó các bạn. Checked baggage là hành lý ký gửi. Người ta đang nhắm đến cái hành lý mà mình sẽ dự định ký gửi cho người ta chở, chứ không phải là hành lý mình xách tay đưa lên máy bay. Dĩ nhiên người ta cũng đưa hành lý ký gửi mình lên máy bay thôi, nhưng mà cái đó gọi là checked baggage. Nhớ nha, checked baggage, cái từ khóa là checked baggage. Thì lúc mình check in người ta nói đến cái cụm từ khóa này là mình biết ngay là hành lý ký gửi các bạn nha.
Please place your luggage on the scale.
Please place là đặt, your luggage là hành lý của bạn, on the scale. Thì scale là cái cân, on the scale. Nhớ cái từ scale đó là hành lý. Người ta nói luggage và scale mà là mình biết ngay, đặt cái hành lý lên cân nha các bạn. Thường cái cân là cái băng chuyền mà cạnh cái quầy check-in đó các bạn, mình đặt cái hành lý lên đó cũng được, còn không nếu chỗ nào nó có cái scale khác thì nó làm cái cân khác thôi. Place your luggage on the scale.
Would you like a window or an aisle seat?
Lúc quầy check-in đó, nếu mà lúc này đó mà có dư chỗ đó các bạn, có dư chỗ, mà có dư chỗ nha, có những người đặt trước vé đã được xác nhận luôn rồi là ghế số mấy rồi thì mình không lấy của người ta được. Nhưng mà nếu mình đến mình mua vé mà có nhiều chỗ chưa đặt đó mà thoải mái đó, thì lúc này thường cái người mà bán vé đó, ngay cái chỗ quầy check-in người ta hỏi mình là a window seat or an aisle seat, là cái ghế cạnh cửa sổ hay là cạnh lối đi ghế cạnh cửa sổ hay cạnh lối đi. Tôi giải thích cho các bạn trong cái phần từ vựng rồi. Thì cái từ này đọc là các bạn aisle I và âm l đọc là o, aisle, chứ đừng đọc là ai không nha, không biết nha. Aisle nó không, các bạn thấy có âm s đúng không, nhưng mà âm s bị câm cho nên không có âm s đâu nha. Aisle seat, window seat, aisle seat. Thì mình nghe đến window hay là aisle seat đó, mình biết ngay là ghế cạnh cửa sổ hay cạnh lối đi. Tại sao cần ngồi cạnh lối đi? Giải thích rồi là tại vì mình cần dùng nhà vệ sinh nhiều hơn người khác thì mình ngồi cạnh lối đi. Mà đi chuyến bay dài đó các bạn, chuyến bay dài có nghĩa là nhiều tiếng đồng hồ đó trở lên đó, thì lúc này mình nên ngồi cạnh lối đi để dễ đi vệ sinh. Còn bay ngắn thì mình nên ngồi cạnh cửa sổ, ví dụ như thế.
The next step is to practice speaking and listening. This is the result of my reading practice on Elsa. This is the result of my reading practice on Google Translate. May I see your passport or ID, please? May I see your ticket? Do you have any checked baggage? Please place your baggage on the scale. Would you like a window or an aisle seat?
or ID card, and incidentally, you are legally required to possess at least one of them.
Just bring your passport or ID, and then you just do like a really simple 1 hour screening and
Fake. They ask you for all your details and a copy of your passport or ID, and even though you never... I'm Dutch, living in Amsterdam, and I show a passport or ID in the hospital because it's just against.
Before leaving home, remember to bring with you a photo ID, such as your passport or photo driving license.
So you will need to have a passport or a national ID card as well. All of this, of course, assumes that you are already in Germany. You will need to take with you your ID card or passport and the notification.
Or like passport, photo, or some kind of ID, and a selfie of you to show that it's you.
Proof because none of them have a passport or any ID cards. But
prove your identity with a driver's license, ID, or passport. After you've been verified,
you need to bring photographic ID with you, such as your passport or driving license. You can
copy of a current, valid, government-issued ID, such as a driver's license, passport, or state-issued ID card.
Verification. The requirements include providing a passport, national ID, or driver's license, along with a slew of...
But it doesn't abolish the need to have a passport or an ID card with you when you cross.
The next category is passport and ID, which can...
you'll say, what is ID? Well, it's identification. Sort of like your passport or your country.
I get a free first class ticket for a companion.
Yes.
If everybody would buy a plane ticket and end up in California. They are there.
I got a ticket with the Booskies to see.
Many felt that their only ticket to social acceptance was...
Then we'd arrive in Chicago, I'd go by the Pan Am ticket counter, but just enough to get...
Because multiple candidates were voted for on the same ticket, presumably.
And we're going to do the joke, aren't we? Who has yet to buy a ticket?
Today is our Amgen pitch it for a golden ticket event.
They want it. They double parked in front of a hydrant. Nobody ever gave them a ticket.
The candidate at the top of the ticket for Republicans, the gubernatorial candidate, Doug Mastriano, was like noted election denier. I am the elections director for the Mid-Atlantic.
Support video. Please like and subscribe to see all future content, and if you have an idea for a video, please leave it in the comments below.
that is your ticket to a great job. I know this. Right? If we did something as random as the ACT, would not be the ticket for entry on a college.
So our feelings don't catch up to us is a one-way ticket to burnout, addiction.
Given a similar ticket price, SpaceX would collect around...
But do not put them in your checked baggage. You should make 2 copies of these documents.
With checked baggage fees, food, even water.
Particularly in checked baggage, carry-on, and in shipped package.
And in the next day or 2, we're going to be getting our checked baggage collected.
The TSA sees a lot of complicated electronic equipment when they go through checked baggage, but once...
Ball cap that I found in my checked baggage, and
PRNs. For example, if they checked in online and have no checked baggage,
you can simply proceed to collecting your checked baggage by following your overhead.
The bottom of the plane, that's called
your checked baggage. Okay, your checked.
Whatever happens in touring, checked as checked baggage, and in some ways that.
If you're planning to travel with your drone, it's best to avoid packing it in checked baggage, unless
checked baggage, or as cargo. Lithium batteries are
much mess there. Too much baggage. They checked out on you because you were too pretty.
These do not get checked. These are not in baggage claim. These are taken with you.
In baggage. If you've checked in baggage, if you've checked in any luggage on your original flight, there might be issues getting your bag transferred to your new flight from Freebird. Freebird says that their support.
Like today, when your baggage can't get checked in an airline. And that...
Remove your shoes, have all of your baggage and carry-ons checked, and go.
Processed, our baggage checked in. There were no planes there.
And checked excess baggage.
Okay, your checked baggage. And at the check-in point, you check in your bag. So it's checked baggage. A huge problem when we're traveling by aeroplane is jet lag. And I suffered from jet lag a lot on the last trip I took back from America.
No. We know who to target, what to target.
Are also the countries that score highest on the happiness scale. And that...
The change is one that is happening at such a broad scale and such a complex system that it's a hard story for, I think.
I expanded the scale of my compositions to...
Certainly by companies like Google, is the definition of scale has changed in a major way.
And their scale is so massive that they've produced
And we have remaining, how do you scale that nationally? You literally get to contemplate space and time on a scale just shy of the infinite.
Itself, one more value on Fibonacci's scale. This
the first country scale geological map, giving us for the first time
about how to build planetary scale digital services that delight users.
And on the grand scale, time-lapse allows us to see our planet
back into the mantle. Rock obviously isn't permanent, but on the scale of a human life.
So I want to go as high up the income scale as I can to make sure that...
Cause on the scale of people, the universe is rich, and we wear Victorinox clothes, and they still have, you know,
going to be carrying your luggage a long way in Italy.
Them feel human, despite their screaming infant or lost luggage.
We wanted to give them luggage so they knew.
You were droning through the air for like 15 hours or something. And maintenance and...
The plane, there's no room for your luggage, so you're trying to cram it in. Control cars. Why isn't there luggage remote control?
I lost my luggage and I was wearing a local.
Into you like bags of luggage just dropping on you like.
Morning. I love for a man to open the door for me, but I insist on carrying my own luggage. What does this tell you?
Window seat, because I like windows, because I can go to...
Snag a window seat. Look out and imagine a rock so enormous that, resting on the ground...
My favorite airline always knows I want a window seat. I shouldn't if there's an...
House. I was down at the end, kind of on a window seat, so I went to...
You can take an aisle seat, a middle seat,
or my personal favorite, a window seat. So you can.
Gary would dive into a window seat toy chest, but not.
Did you get a window seat? Oh, and how are the folks?
Plane window. If you have ever been on a plane and had a window seat, you might have noticed
Filming outside, so it's exactly like you have a window seat.
It's practically impossible to resist when you're in a window seat.
It's a beautiful place with a view, maybe a window seat.
So when I am taking a window seat and I need to get up, whether it's just for stretching or...
So I have a window seat, but I'm reading.
This story sounds familiar. I'll never forget. I was on a plane to Vegas sitting in a window seat. The man next to me was wearing...
Yes, we have an aisle seat at the left side of the center section.
You can take an aisle seat, a middle seat, or my personal favorite, a window seat. See?
Mind if I get an aisle seat for this guy? Ooh, looks paid.
Different prices based on whether you had a bulkhead seat or a window or an aisle seat.
But that's Nicholas Rupp.
Windows and sit in an aisle seat.
Colina, she has one called Take an Aisle Seat, where she talks about a project she did.
Just praying the whole time that you get an aisle seat if you're not on one of those airlines that assigns your seats ahead of time. You know, and that's not so bad. On a domestic flight, you're not going very far.
New York, I had an aisle seat, and in the middle seat is necessarily any great survival benefits being in an aisle seat. Oh my God, no. He had an aisle seat. C, either an aisle seat or a window. D, either an aisle seat or a window seat.
It's a bit like, you know, having an aisle seat on the plane. I don't know. It's desirable, you know. You said.
Tell him I prefer an aisle seat. For Friday, he doesn't find an aisle seat. We're like,
People, every seat taken, and I'm on an aisle, and the guy sits in the middle row who...
Well, do you have any aisle seats?
Yes, we have an aisle seat at the left side of the center section.
Choose an aisle seat facing